Welcome back into Off the Rips. Coffee and Cards number 40 is underway, and this one's all about what I've learned from PSA submissions here over the last year. And we're going to have a pre-submission today as well, but I want to start off with saying let's have intention, because if we want something in life, we can certainly achieve it. We can get it. It's all about your mindset and not him hawing around. If it's there and you're getting a good vibe and you're getting a good feeling, go ahead and take it. Recently, I had a interaction with a female, and first time I'd ever met her, it was probably a little too soon to be like asking to exchange numbers and that type of thing, but I was getting a good vibe. And I do believe that if I would have been more sure of my intent and confident in it, that things would have went a little differently. And it's not over yet. Like, don't get me wrong, I can still turn it around. And it wasn't a bad interaction by any means, but I feel like we could already been on our first date, to be honest with you, if I would have had intent and been confident in what I wanted out of the situation. And I rehashed it through my mind, and I learned from it. You can't learn without going out there and looking like an idiot, guys. I'm going to be really frank with you. It's not always going to work out. And it's not always going to work out with PSA. So to get it going, it doesn't matter what you think. It's about what you know and about where you want things to go. And you got to be sure of it. You got to be sure of it. So it doesn't matter what you think. Remember that. It matters what you know. And so get some intent, and let's be confident about our decisions. So act like you're the grader. Do it. Act like you're the grader. Because, like I said, it doesn't matter what you think. You've got to grade the card before you send it in. That is one of the most important things I've learned. You are the grader. So, very important. Use a light. Please use a light. Just do it. You don't need a little magnifying glass. Not necessary. Get a good light, not even a great light, just a little light that you can get some reflection off the card. It is going to reveal most flaws. And from there, it really makes your life a whole lot easier and a lot less stressful. I probably started using a light in my last couple submissions or so. I don't know. But it'll help a lot, I promise you. It really will. If you don't want to keep the card in a slab, I probably wouldn't grade it. Like, if you're not going to be okay with keeping it, just don't do it. Don't grade it. It's simple as that. And don't grade to make a profit. Don't fall for that trap. Don't think about the profit. Just grade cards that you really feel have a shot at being a 10. That's another really important rule, because you get caught up in the numbers, you're gonna lose having fun grading. So just don't kid yourself and be realistic about this stuff, because I've made plenty of mistakes kidding myself trying to grade cards, and it backfired. So whatever, you live and you learn. And in recent times there, be ready to wait, because PSA doesn't want your cards, most likely, unfortunately. Now, they do, but you're going to wait and you're going to pay. So, and that's why you don't want to get caught in that profit, because it's expensive, and more likely than not, you're not going to get all 10s. I mean, that's the way it goes. So, and send as much as you can with all these rules in mind, okay? Keep all the rules in mind that I've listed. But, when it comes down to the shipping and the insurance on the shipping and all that, you might as well get what you can sent off. It's already a 20 card minimum, which is fair. But, if you can get 30, 40 cards, go for it. It takes some chances. My thought is that if they're grading on 4 different things like corners, surface, edges, centering, or whatever it may be, I think if you can get when you're looking at these cards, if you can get 3 out of 4 of those and it doesn't take away from the card's overall, appearance, it's basically a perfect card. You might consider sending a card like that. This Kyle DeBarge, it was really close. And I think it does hit pretty much everything, but there's a print line across it. And I think overall the centering's really good on it. But there is a print line. You can't see it just sitting there, but I did want to share that card because I pulled it off camera. And we've been ripping a lot of Bowman, so yeah, this was probably one of my best pulls. I did pull a JJ Weatherholt paper green out of 99 as well. That was not on camera, but it's already sold, already shipped. You can check that on my Off the Rips eBay, which I do plan on listing quite a few cards coming up here. It's kind of sporadic, but hopefully get some good deals out for you guys on some Bowman stuff, like 50-cent deals on some first and stuff. So we'll see what I come up with. But yeah. And it's a grind to grade these cards, so enjoy the process and, don't be afraid to check those cards one more time, right? It pay off. I just did it again this morning. Get this out of here. I was going to send a couple AJ Smith shovers in because he was finally back pitching. Well, guess what? I just read this morning. I wasn't even aware of it. Like a week ago, he's having Tommy John. So go figure. At least I caught it, and that's why you check and check and check. Especially on those borderline players, you want to make sure they are not injured or that they're doing well, and that kind of ties into taking chances too. Like if you feel about a guy that he might, maybe he's not doing so hot right now, and you got a great card of somebody, I think you take a chance. I think you really do. If it's a nice card, and we're gonna have a couple of those today, I think. So let's get it rolling. I even took them out of those scratched up old card savers that make the cards look like crap on camera. They are in their respective sleeves. Let's get her kicked off with a JJ McCarthy. Oh, love it, dude. Especially being a Vikings fan. That card is sweet. So, yeah, I really hope that we get a gem on this. These are tough to gem, but this card, it's, passing the tests as far as I can see. Got the black going on in the back, but no, it looks pretty decent. It's good enough for me. Take a shot at that one. I don't see any print lines or anything. We'll put a few up just for, just so you guys can see them. Here's another JJ. Love that card. The old throwback. So these are tough too. You got the purple on the top, on the back. But as you can see, not too bad. There's not really much chipping going on the top. So we're going to roll with that one. We are going to roll with JJ. All right. Next one. Not two. Here's a little SGA action. I had this exact card in the neon green to 10. I did sell that months ago. It was a PSA 10 a month or two ago. And I did sell it for more than what they had been going for. So I was happy with the sale. It went for over $200. But I want to get that one graded too. Because those monopolies, centering wise, those are kind of tough to get. So I'll gladly take that one in a slab. Here we go. We got a James Wood on the Diamante. Got to take a chance on this one. Not even a chance. I mean, this one does really look. It looks the part of a 10. So sweet cards. Top Series one was a lot of fun at Treat Me Well 2025. We got another one coming up. Very tough grade, a card to grade here, but this one looks great. I pulled a few of these HFAs this year, and this is the only one that passed the old eye test. So I'm not hoping to get a 10 on this one. I'm expecting to get a 10. I really am. I did my due diligence, and yeah, I'm pretty confident that that one should gem. And if it doesn't, then I'll be damned. Hey, this one's gonna get a lot of cheers. No. We got an Angel Reese, just base rookie. I had a Caitlin Clark in this too, but it just didn't quite do it. So there you go, Angel Reese, just a base concourse, but I do like that one. And we got to put James Wood up though, real quick here, because that's a sweet card. Got the rose and stuff there. I'm gonna get a sip. We'll keep rocking and rolling. Should be a quick video today compared to most. Camila Cardoso, Angels teammate. It's like the player icons or whatever, of the Monopoly. And this one looks good. Everything looks good about it to me. So, rock and roll. Ship it. Alright. A little Topps Chrome update coming. We got Jackson Holiday here, which he has turned it up a little bit. I mean, I think he's a good guy for that leadoff spot. Little off center, right to left, but they are a little more forgiving on the back. We just want to be really, really cautious about these corners, and that's why I say get a light, because it's gonna show you if there's any soft corners, if you got any creases. It'll show you. I promise. You'll see it, because you won't see it, some of them, without the light. Really nice yellow Salif relic. These ones are tough to get centered up, but I think so. I think so, guys and gals. Because I did notice in the analytics that there's some female viewers too. So thank you to all the subscribers for all the likes, comments. You guys, it's really important to the channel. That's why I do it. I want to interact with the community, the collecting community out there. And, get your take and see what you're up to in the hobby. Here is a Zakari Sachet. And, I think this red, oh God, the red on red is just fantastic with this. And in a slab, it's going to look great. As long as we didn't just damage the card. No, we didn't. But the only issue on this one, I don't even want to point it out because PSA is probably watching. No, I'm just kidding. Its top's a little thick, but everything else on this card is great in my opinion. So I think this is one of these situations where you take a chance, because I think we're going to get 3 out of 4 on this 10s. And say centering's a 9. I think we got a pretty good shot at a gem. But that's one that might get a 9, I'll say. It's possible. But I feel like it should get a 10 still. Here we go, Cameron Brink. God, if you open any of this WNBA stuff, the centering was atrocious. Whew. But this one's good. This one's good. So Cameron Brink, you will be heading off to PSA. Nice green prism there. On these prisms, it's really important to check the surface. That's where that light's going to come in handy. Make sure you don't got any dimples. So, yeah. Got some more Monopoly action for you. I don't want to butcher her name, but she is a baller. So, nice blue prism here out of 199 for this gal, Nika. Yeah, looks nice. Good card. Good card. All right, we've got maybe not the most valuable card, but Jalen Green Emerald. This is out of Illusions. This used to come up on the shelves periodically, and I was buying a little bit here and there. But this one looked really good. I finally just decided, let's just send it. I mean, it's his rookie Emerald. It's a nice card. It looked nice on the slab too. Whenever you get like these cards with some red, like the red teams, they always look really nice in slabs. So I just send it if it's worthy. Here's a little Derek Lively action. Another one of these purple Monopolies. Been wanting to send something off of him, so we're gonna get this one and hopefully gem it up. Should be. Looks good. This will be my last PSA submission for quite a while too, y'all. My subscription's up and I'm gonna let it expire. I've already canceled it, and I'm just pretty much pretty wiped out for having anything to send. I do open a little TCG off camera, but I don't know. It's not my favorite. Like, I like to open it here and there, but I'm through and through. We like the sports cards. So that's 4 out of 50 there on this Tyler O'Neill Crackle. You know, I don't know if I'll get a lot of love for this one if someone's going to want to buy it, but I like that card. So, like I said, if you want to keep it and it's a 10 and it's a nice card, hey, send it. What the hell? But make sure it's a 10. No, that's where, you know, if it's not, you're going to have to keep it. Whatever. There you go, Evan Carter out of $4.99. I do believe I hit this in a break, so it got all the way to me in the mail. And, yeah, I think it's a 10. You know, Evan Carter's been kind of up and down and, you know, whatever. But we're going to take a shot on it. I don't have anything of his graded, so we'll take a shot at that one. I had to go back through my Series 2, 2024, just to find a nice PCA to grade for the PC. And this one will do. It'll do. I was so happy to find one. So I only had a couple of these PCA rookies, and one of them, thankfully, is it's gem worthy. It's send it. Go ahead and send it. Yeah, we're gonna send it. So not the most valuable card, but probably gonna stay in my PC regardless. All right, we got Jack Leiter on a refractor. This one I went back and forth on, and finally decided, yeah, it's good enough. We're gonna send it. Send it. Because I feel like, for the most part, that card is 10 worthy. Another one I kind of hem-hawed on. I don't hem-haw, remember? Don't do that. Let's be confident. But I'm confident in this one. This is it's going to be a tough one to gem. But only problem on the front here, a little heavy on the bottom. But it's not bad. It's not that bad. Because the big problem with this one's going to be the back. You got the blue. And, you know, we don't have really any whiting. No, you know, none of that. No chipping. So I really loved this insert. This Superstar Blueprint or whatever. That was from 2024 Series 1. Love that insert. So if we can get Ellie gemmed up, you know, that's going to be great. All right, here's a couple I'm taking a chance on as far as like what they're gonna be worth, and I'm still on the fence about these last two, or these just the couple coming up here. These first paper, I'm a little bit on the fence about sending them because I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. So I'm gonna this one and this PJ Orlando is gonna be the ones that might not go out. I think I do need to send at least one of them, though, to make the 20. So I think this is Orlando for sure. The Mate maybe had a slight issue, but like I said, I really got to look over those again really hard. This is a late edition. I don't really recommend late editions, but in this case, being my last submission, I'm glad I was able to find this one. This is from this year's Bowman, and it has been tough. But this is a sweet card. Reptilian out of 150. Quinn Matthews, pretty good prospect for the Cardinals. So I don't think he's doing great right now, but he's a lefty. He gets comparisons to Clayton Kershaw. Mid-90s heat. Got a nice slider, changeup, curveball. So we're going to send this one. This one actually, surprised. I didn't know he was that great of a prospect, so I'm glad I kind of did some research on him. And I was able to fish this one out because it's been tough to find these without dimples, scratches, print lines, and we got one. So that's the submission, guys. It's going to be right on that 20 card line, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad I'm going to get some of this stuff sent out. Obviously, like I said, this DeBarge isn't going. It did have a print line on it, pretty noticeable. So I think it takes away from the card looking perfect. So it's not going to gem. I think it may be an 8 or a 9, but no need to risk it. Might just keep that one around and sell it off maybe once he does finally make the show. But hey, that's Coffee and Cards 40, y'all. I hope you did enjoy it. A little pre-submission festivities here. And yeah, coming up here, Series 2, I don't know if I'm going to be opening any of it. I'll have a few more Bowman videos sprinkled in for you. But we're kind of in a lull period here. And, I'll try to keep Coffee and Cards pumping. We'll get some content out to you. So enjoy your Sunday. I appreciate you. And thanks for getting off the rips with me again.